everybody doing this morning?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Everyone doing good. So, guess what? There's no school next week, the whole week.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that exciting?
Not really.
You kind of scared
No?
me for a sec. I thought I thought it was because of the rising COVID numbers.
Oh, yeah, right. I know. That's
Yep.
scary. That scares me too. What's that, Royce?
It's getting worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm wondering, because we're supposed to be back in the classroom in January, right? I mean, like full-time, including me. But I'm just wondering, is that really going to happen if it's getting worse?
I'd say do it.
What's that?
I'd just say we didn't go.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Clyde.
Morning, glad.
Hey.
You're right on time.
Perfect.
Well, you might want to be a little bit early.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay, so are you working today, Clyde?
Yes, I am.
What time?
3 to 11 p.m.
Okay, so you're going to be on both Zooms then, right?
Right.
Okay. So does anybody have anything they want to talk about this morning?
No.
I kind of do.
Yeah. What's going on with you, Clyde?
Not really pretty, though. Let me tell you that.
Uh-oh. What happened?
One of my friends has COVID.
Oh no. Oh my God. Is it someone I know?
No, it's someone that's really close to me, though.
Oh no. Well, where did they get it from? Work?
Probably from work, if I remember correctly.
Mm. Oh my God. So how long ago was he tested positive?
I'm not sure yet, but what I do know is that he didn't tell anyone about it.
Why?
Because he's the kind of person that just doesn't want to say anything about, like, things like that. He doesn't like talking about his problems.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Clyde, it's not Sam, is it?
No, thankfully it's not Sam.
Okay.
I'd be devastated if it was Sam.
I
Yeah.
know. That was gonna.
So me, Glad, and everyone he else be friends with. I'll be pretty sad.
Oh God, me too. I'd be devastated if anyone I know gets it. That's just so scary. So, okay, Clyde. So when's the last time you saw this friend?
I want to say about July.
Oh, so it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. So don't worry, I'm not affected.
Yeah. Oh man. So is he in the hospital?
Yeah, he's in the hospital right now.
Oh God. Oh man. Well, I'm so sorry, Clyde. I just hope, and send prayers. I hope he's okay. That's so scary. And then to be that sick, because a lot of times they'll send you home, but if you're to the point where you're in the hospital, you're not doing very well. So, well, keep in contact with his family. If, you can't talk to him, keep in contact with his family to keep tabs on, how he's doing. How old is he?
About like 25.
Oh, sweet. He's young.
Yeah.
And
Him and his girlfriend also has COVID.
yeah, and then if you don't tell anybody, you're just exposing everyone that you're in contact with to that virus.
Yeah.
So that's very scary.
Mhm.
Yeah, every time someone gets sick in my family, I'm just like, oh my God, what are the symptoms? And like my daughter was really super sick early this morning, like 2 a.m. And but we kind of talked about her symptoms and when it started, and I think she got sick from eating at Chili's. So I think she got food poisoning. But, and it just scares me. And then my brother, he's not in good health, and he visited the other day, and he says, yeah, I've been having a lot of chest wheezing, and he didn't even sound very good. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe you got to go to the doctor and get a COVID test, because you can't just assume it's your asthma. You in this time right now, if you guys get any kind of sick that's not a normal sick, keep up on those symptoms, guys, because COVID has a ton of symptoms that is just not like the flu symptoms. There's a stomach bug that can go with that, and just all kinds of things. Now that we have had it for so long and we're knowing what the symptoms are, there's just seems to be more and more symptoms. So just be careful if you guys don't feel well, or if you're around people that don't feel well, be very careful, and constantly wash your hands, and don't touch your face at all when you go. And I know that's really hard to do. It's hard for me too, not to touch my face when I'm out in the stores, but you guys have to be so careful. It's just scary. It's just such a scary time. We're actually making history. Years from now, we are going to be in the history books, because this is a pandemic. All the pandemics are in the history books, right? We're living in a time where this is going to go down in history, and it's not a good thing, right?
Just like 100 years ago, the Spanish flu, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and did you know, I think my son said every 40 years, I think, there is a pandemic. Is there 100 years or like to the year? Did you know about that, Tyler?
I did not know that.
Yeah. If you look back, like the H1N1, the swine flu, I can't remember them all. But if you Google that, the pandemics, you'll see that it's like consistent span of time. And now was the time when we had another pandemic, and sure enough, we have the COVID-19 now. So it's kind of bizarre how that works. I wonder if there's a reason for that, but it's just kind of weird to think about that, huh?
Yeah.
But anyway, well, yeah, let me know on his progress card, because, it's just a sad, especially, well, I mean, anyone gets it is sad, but then someone so young, hopefully he'll be okay because he's young, right?
Yeah.
So he's got that going for him, and his girlfriend's, I'm sure, is young too, so.
They're both very young.
Yeah, I'll keep them in my thoughts, and hopefully they'll come out okay. But definitely keep me updated on their progress, because now I'm gonna want to know. Okay, so does anyone else want to share anything? Eleanor, do you have anything to share?
No.
No. Anyone else? No one else? Okay. Okay, so we have to get really cracking on the definitions. So have you guys, I looked and I didn't see any recent sending of the terms, the ones you write in. So did you guys send those to me? So I can take a peek at them. Did anyone of you share those with me, your definitions that you write in?
I haven't shared that with you yet. Let me get on that.
Okay. So if you haven't shared it, let's go ahead and share it with me now, and we can go over them. And I can help you, write it down if you're kind of stuck. And a few of these I can see you guys getting stuck on what to write in your own words. And remember, I said a couple of them you're not going to be able to write in your own words, so that's okay to copy that, copy the definition down if you need to. My very strong tea. I miss my coffee. I actually stopped drinking coffee when I moved up to my mom's. No, I'm sorry. It was before that. It was when school started is when I stopped drinking coffee. And I haven't really missed it. I do, but I try not to think about it because I love coffee. And my mom makes the best coffee ever. And when I'm up here, she makes coffee really early in the morning. So the first thing I smell that coffee, it's like, man, I almost came this close to having a cup of coffee yesterday. I'm like, man, just one little cup. And I'm thinking, No, that's where it starts. Me drinking coffee again. It's not good for my stomach, so I could probably drink it for another 4 months, and then I'll start slowly getting sicker and sicker as I'm drinking. So can't do the coffee anymore. I'm trying my best to stay away. So, okay. So did you guys share it with me? Your definitions?
Yeah.
Okay, Clint, I think you did. Let's see. I wonder if I get it in my email. Sometimes you guys share things with me and I'll get it in my email.
It says here, it says it's already been shared with you.
Okay, it's been shared with me. Okay, so I should have it.
I should try again.
Yeah, because, hold on, let me look for it before you try it again. Yeah, because you actually were writing in it yesterday. It's so hard because I've got all the journal prompts. I mean, I'm sorry, the recognition, daily recognition thing. I've got all those up for all the students. I'm now trying to sift through that and trying to find what looks like the definitions here.
Well, it should be labeled.
Yeah, they're all labeled. I got something for Jonathan. I got a daily assessment that was probably from last week. Nathan pops up. Jonathan, Stepan, Sam. This is from, they're all the self-assessment things, though. Now, I should be able to pull it up on, oh, that was yesterday. Tyler and Royce. I've got Tyler and Royce. That's your guys' daily recognition thing. Have you guys been doing that?
The thing where we score things?
Where you score yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I have.
You have been? Good. And Royce, have you been doing that?
Of course.
Awesome.
I just haven't been sharing it. That's all.
No, that's fine. You don't need to share it with me. I don't need another document if I don't need to have it. So that's fine. I'm just making sure. And Eleanor, have you been doing your daily recognition?
I do. That's mine.
So you're keeping up on that? It's only 2 days, so it's not like a huge amount of work. Did Sherry send you guys the new paper? Because now there's a new one.
A new paper?
Yeah, it has homework on it now.
No, mine doesn't have that.
I didn't think so. I'm gonna have to ask Sherry if that was just for staff or because we have a new thing on there that's homework, and I guess you're getting points for the turn in the journal prompt at the end of the week, and then there was 3 things you could get 3 points on each thing, but I gotta pull it up and look at the new one and see what it is. Well, I can tell you right now. I'll just pull up Tyler's. Okay, if this is the right one. Yeah. Okay, it says 3 points per assignment for getting it completed and having it on time. And if you don't do it, you don't get any points for that. But that's extra. Okay, so this is. Yeah, I know you guys didn't get that one sent out. So it was. This week we have 1 email mentor and 2 journal prompts. So we've been working on the journal prompts, so that's good. So you guys, but I mean, if you guys have the email mentors, you'll have to turn that in too. At least turn it into Sherry so she can, how she does if she okays it, so you can send to your email mentor. I haven't been working on that with you guys. I don't have time. In our meetings because the meetings are supposed to be for self-advocacy, the morning meeting, and then our second meeting is we're doing the journal prompts, and that takes a lot of time because I want them really well written. So I'm not sure if it's you guys that I'm going to have on Wednesday morning. There's going to be a schedule change. I don't know if Sherry told you, but I'm having to do an extra Zoom on Wednesday morning the same time. But I'm not sure if that starts this Wednesday or when we come back from Thanksgiving break. I'm hoping when we come back. And I'm not sure what group of students I'm going to get. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a mix of my early week students and my later week students, or if I'm going to have this group or the other group. I don't know. I guess I didn't ask those questions when she told me yesterday. So did she tell you guys anything about doing Zoom on Wednesday?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
The only Wednesday really is that one-on-one thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if that's going to happen on Wednesdays anymore.
Well,
Who did you have a one-on-one?
It used to be with Sue, and then Sue doesn't work here anymore.
Yeah. Did any of you have one-on-ones with Sherry by chance?
No, never.
Never. Huh.
It was only with John.
Same.
John and Sue. Okay. So I guess we're going to lose the one-on-ones as far as the Wednesday morning meeting. Now, if you guys, like I've said before, if you guys need, say you don't have enough time to get help during the class time for, let's say, your email mentors, because we don't really specifically set a time for that. But if you guys are stuck or need help with that, I'm more than happy to, get you on the phone and get on Google Docs, and I can help you through the email mentors. It just can't be during our Zoom. Well, I mean, I guess it could be during our Zoom meetings if we're not just chit-chatting or we're not, hecka busy, then we can do it on our Zoom meetings. But if you do need just individual help, give me a call or send me a text would be better. And then we can set a time aside for, having individual help with stuff, especially, excuse me, especially if, you're getting points for that, right? So you want to be able to have that email mentor in. Now, this is something I'm not getting, because I know we have one going out this week, the email mentor, but if next week she has the email mentor again for the 3 points and you don't get a response back, that's not on you guys, right? That's on your email mentor. So if you can't send a text, if you can't send an email back to your mentor, then you're kind of stuck. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. But so if you guys need help on that, let me know, and I can set aside time to work with you individually on your email mentor. So, and remember too, it's always a good idea to have an extra pair of eyes on whatever you're doing when you're going to turn in paperwork. When I was going through college, and even still, like my daughter yesterday sent me a cover letter for a job she's going to apply to, and she wanted me to go over it, because when you're writing, you spend a lot of time writing your page or whatever you're writing, and then you're thinking one thing how it sounds in your head, right? But when you give your paper to somebody else and they read it, they're going to see it as someone else is going to read it, of course, because there are someone else reading it. So it's going to sound different. I'm always catching things, and she'll catch things. If I'm having her look at my papers, she'll catch things that I missaid or wasn't quite clear. So anytime you're writing something, it's always a good idea to have someone else look at it before you submit it. So like with the email mentors, make sure me or John, we'll look at your paper before you send it to Sherry. So do you guys have John at all?
What do you mean have?
Do you I'm scheduled with you guys on Monday, Tuesday. Do you guys have time like that to work with John?
I think we're supposed to check
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Because he's in the school, right? That's why.
He's not in the school this week.
Right, but he's there with you guys though because Jordan. That's why Jordan's there every day at school, because Sherry needs another worker over there too. So okay, all right. So let me get out of that. Okay, so I need you guys to share. So how many have done at least 5 of the words? Has anyone done 5 yet?
I have, but they're only one sentences.
That's okay. This you don't have to do a lot of writing on. I know I'm asking you guys to do a lot of writing on your journal prompts, but this is just, it doesn't have to be a long drawn out, and it's probably better if you don't have it drawn out because you have to memorize it, right? I want you guys to know this and be able to explain these terms. So if it's in your own words and it's short, well, you're going to remember it better. Okay, because like I said, I'm probably going to come up with a couple of quizzes on this later on, you know, after the unit. Maybe one of them before the unit's over and when we get into the other work. But so that's fine, Royce, as far as not writing a whole bunch.
All right.
Of course, I don't want the sentence to be like this big, you know, 3 words, because that's not going to explain anything. But short and sweet to the point, that's fine with these definitions. So, Devin, how many did you do?
I did like 9.
Oh wow! So were you stuck on? So isn't there only like 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow! So were you stuck on the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Which word is it?
Visible disabilities.
Physical disabilities. That would be towards the back, right? Is it visible disabilities?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand what that is? The difference between hidden disabilities and visible disabilities?
No.
Okay. Visible disabilities are disabilities people have that you can see, that you can that it's obvious to everyone else that they have a disability. Like if I were to go in a store and I was in a wheelchair, you know I'm disabled right off just by looking at me, right? Because I'm in a wheelchair, right? If I was walking with those white canes, you remember how what was his name? Michael at Laurel Ruff. He was blind, right? And he had that cane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael.
So you know. Yeah, you know right off the bat he's blind, he's disabled, right? That's a visual disability when someone can look at you and know that, yes, you're disabled, okay? Now, a hidden disability is when you when you don't know. Like if somebody has a learning disability that they can't retain, they can't remember information and stuff, and looking at them, you won't know that, right? So there's a lot of, okay, I'll give you another example. Someone that's hard of hearing or deaf. You're not going to be able to look at somebody and tell that they're deaf, right? The only way you can tell a person's deaf is when you look at them and they're signing. They're using sign language to talk to somebody. And then you know one of the people that's signing has got to be deaf. Probably both of them, but you know. That's a hidden disability because you can't know when someone's hard of hearing. You can't, and that's a disability, and you can't know when someone's deaf, right? So that's a hidden disability. So hidden is when you can't see their disabilities, like being deaf, and a visual disability means you can see. Visual means that you can see, right? So a visual disability would be when you can look at someone and tell what their disability is, like someone walking with a white cane, meaning they're blind, or someone in a wheelchair or in a walker, or walking with a limp, you know. Well, walking with a limp might not be a disability, I mean, depending on what's wrong, but definitely the wheelchair and the, you know, walker and stuff like that would be a visual disability. Okay, so however you want to say that in your own words so you'll remember, because when you say things in your own words, you're more likely to remember that than trying to, you know, write down every single word that I wrote down for the definition of these. So it's better, that's why I'm telling you guys to write it in your own words so you do remember what it means. Okay?
Okay.
So are you clear on the difference between the hidden and the visible disabilities?
Yep.
Yep, okay, awesome. Wow, well, good job for getting all that done, and thank you so much for completing that for me. I appreciate that. Okay, now the rest of you. Okay, so Tyler, how many have you done?
Like 1.
Okay, why only 1?
Because I don't know what the definition for adult services is.
Okay. So adult services. Okay. So did you do accessible then?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you didn't know what adult services were, and you stopped there?
Yeah.
Okay, you could have gone on, you could have skipped that one and have gone on and done the rest of the words, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So for the future, you guys, if you have an assignment like this and you have several things to do, like definitions, and that'll come up again in the next unit, so just a heads up. Well, there's only a few words in the next unit anyway. It's not, I don't think there'll be 10. But move on. Just leave that there. And, you know, you can always get a hold of me and say, hey, what do I do about this word here? I don't understand it. I don't know how to put it in my own words. Don't get stuck and stay stuck. I've always told you guys, I am here. You can call me. You can text me to ask a question like this. What do I do? Right? Then I could have said, just if you can't think of your own words to say it, use the definition that you already have and change that around to where it's easier for you to remember, right? But you really, at this point, you really should have moved on, because we've had this, I've had this assigned for several days, and I wanted the other day 5 of them done, okay? Because I want them completed by Friday. And I'm not working with you guys the rest of the week, so I'm kind of concerned that you only have the one done. You know, I'm kind of, now I can't keep tabs on you really like I can in class, so you can get this done, so you can get your points for it, right? So if save that for last, and if you need help, if you need help, just write that definition down. There's a definition for all of the words, right? So don't be stuck. There's no reason to be stuck, because I'm always here. And for the next time you get stuck on something like this, leave it and move on, because you could have had the rest of them done by this point, right? And just leave the one that you weren't sure on. So you're going to have to really work on this, okay? Because it's due. And I'm going to have you guys send it. So Devin, when you write down that last definition, if you can forward it to me before you submit it to Sherry, okay? I'd like that in Google Docs before you submit it, okay? And then Tyler, you need to really get on those definitions. Okay, Clad, you done?
Huh?
How many of the definitions did you do?
Oh, 3 so far.
The first 3?
Yeah, well, not the first 3, but like just 3 in general. Like, I'm not going in order.
Oh, yeah, and you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm not.
When I've done homework, like math and stuff,
Me neither.
I always do that. I always do the easiest first. Just get them out of my way, and that way it seems like you're getting it done quicker when you do the easier ones, right?
Yeah, I usually do whenever I have the choice of doing them and not in order.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You don't have to do them in order. Royce?
Can I go to the bathroom, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
But yeah.
so Eleanor, how many definitions did you do?
1.
You did 1, the first one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This was given last week sometime, so that we had several class times to work on this. In fact, let's see, did I write Devin down here? Okay, I'm just making notes for my journal. Okay, yeah, so now you guys are going to have to get really cracking on these definitions, because they need to be done and handed in on Friday. Okay, so actually, I want you to work on them today, and I want them turned into me tomorrow.
Like in your email?
Send them to my email, share. Actually, I'd rather have you share on Google Docs with me, so I can, it's easier to add suggestions or whatever. And but yeah, we need to get these done, and I'm going to be really busy with my other students on Thursday, Friday. So I'll give you all day Wednesday to get them done. It's really not that hard. There's only 10 words, and the definitions I gave to you. So if you get really stuck like that one that Tyler was on, write the definition. If you can't come up with your own answer, write the definition I gave you. You have it there too. Okay? And remember, the next time, don't get stuck. Move ahead, especially with definitions. You don't have to go in order. Sometimes when you're doing math, you have to go in order, but not on word definitions. Okay? So I want these. In fact, I want to make a note of what I told you guys. So I want these on Wednesday by 12:30 because that's at the end of the day. Want more definitions by Wednesday, 12:30. So you have the rest of today. Well, not in Zoom. We'll have an hour to do the journal prompts in Zoom. But you'll have the rest of the day after that, and you'll have all day tomorrow. And I'll be available tomorrow if you need help with any of the words or if you have any questions. It's okay. So 9 o'clock. So yeah. And Devin, just go ahead. When we get off Zoom, go ahead and finish up that one. And thank you very much for being on top of that. I really appreciate that. I'm very proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
Okay, so, you guys can start on this now because this is, huh?
I'm still working on it as we speak.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, that's fine because this is what this class is for, is the advocacy work. So you guys can actually do that now. Yeah. So, Eleanor, do you happen to have those definitions on Google Docs? I think I sent it to you. Can you open it up on there? Oh, you do? Okay. Okay, good. So if you guys share, well, Devin, I'm not worried about your paper because you're almost done. So when you finish that last one, go ahead and share that with me on Google Docs. And the rest of you, I want to see your progress. So share your definitions on Google Docs with me too, because that way I can get in there and check your progress and see because I wrote down how many you've done so far, so I can check your progress. If Clad says he's done 3, I get on his paper and he still has 3 tomorrow morning, that means he didn't do anything today.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it won't be that hard, you guys, because I'm not asking for, a paragraph like I'm doing on the journal prompts, right? This is just regular homework, and if you make it short and sweet, you're going to be able to remember it for the exams. So that's totally fine. So you guys need to share that with me. Does anybody have any questions on that or the journal prompts for the next class? Now remember, the next class we're still working on the Monday's journal prompt, right? That's I am thankful. Actually, that's 2 journal prompts. One was for Monday and one was for Tuesday. But she put them together.
And the other is thankful for.
What's that?
One is the thankful for one, the other is for I'm proud of my ability. Right.
And actually, I kind of like them both together like that, because some of you just go ahead and get it finished, both of them at once, which is great. Yeah, so I kind of like them together like that. This makes it, I think, easier to keep. Yeah, it's easier to keep track of them, and then they're not due till Friday, which gives us, 2 class times to work on that, and I can clean those up, make suggestions or whatever. And I really don't have to make some suggestions for all of you, but it's nice to be able to work on that and have that time. So, okay, so Tyler, Eleanor, and Clad, did you guys send me your words on Google Doc?
I already shared them with you.
Okay, was that
Yeah.
today or was today?
It was yesterday, but either way, it should still be there. Like once I share them, they won't go away.
You know what I need to do on my Google Docs is I need to make a folder for recent work for that week, and then take the work out. It's kind of confusing to say.
Isn't that what the tab is for, though? Because Google Docs already kind of has a recent tab.
Yeah, they do, but I mean, I've got so many students, and that's why it's hard to find things on my Google Drive, because I have all of your guys's. Well, for one, I have all your guys' daily recognition reports up. I've got like 12 of them up. And then I have some journal prompts up. So if I had a folder for recent work for the week, then I could know, okay, this is class folder. I open your folder and boom, there's your daily recognition, there's your journal prompt for the week, and there's your whatever we're working on. Like in this case, it would be in fact, I think I'm going to do that after our Zoom. I think I'm going to go in and try and organize it like that, because I really have a hardest time trying to find you guys' work, because I just got too much stuff open. So let's see, I've got Clad's daily recognition, Devin's Clad. This is your journal prompt. Okay, so, well, we're not supposed to work on the journal prompts, but Clad, on your journal prompt, I want you to write, okay, you said I'm thankful for my friends, but what about your friends? Are they friends from Laurel Rough? Are they friends you grew up with? And what about them specifically are you? Because that's a very general term.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put like I'm thankful for Bill because he makes me laugh a lot. We have he takes my mind off troubles if I'm whatever I worry about. He kind of takes my mind off that. What about his personality do you appreciate? Do you know what I mean? Because you have different relationships with different people, right?
Yeah, I do. Very.
Your relationship with me is different from your relationship with Sherry.
Yeah.
We act differently. We act differently towards each other, and do you know what I'm saying? Different people bring out different aspects of personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
So going that way, where you're thankful for your friends. Okay, what about that though? Be more specific.
Mm-hmm.
Like talk about a specific friend and what do you like about them? Well, I have a friend that I can tell my personal problems to, which really helps me have someone understand me, right? That kind of, I mean, you don't have to say that, but that
I
kind
know
of,
that. I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, that kind of being specific.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy learning anything new or exciting to me. I feel confident knowing that I can learn almost anything.
I get what you're going at with this.
Yeah, anything that I see or read. Okay, well, that's a little bit more specific, the second one, because it says, I enjoy learning anything new or exciting to me. I feel confident knowing that I can learn almost anything that I see or read. Do you ever watch like YouTube videos to learn things?
All the time.
Me too. Me too, right? I love that. Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's not
sometimes.
even just YouTube, it's just anything, really.
Yeah, sometimes if I can't sleep at night, I'll get on YouTube and I'll learn. Like recently, I learned how to make water, like fake water, to make like a pond or the ocean. And I thought, and my parents do a village, a big Christmas village, right?
Really?
In fact, we're going to start working on it pretty soon. Yeah. In fact, I have to show you my parents' house when we get it all fixed up, because your eyes are going to pop out. My mom's house is like the North Pole. Seriously. Just gorgeous. And when it's fun because I helped my dad do the Christmas village. And I learned I learned how to do the water, like I said, and I want to make like a waterfall. I want to make a mountain when a waterfall come in and drop it into a pond for my second village, because we have two. We have a great big one, our main one, and then I get to work on one on my own. So I want to do something different with that one, and that's something that I learned on YouTube. But So yeah, so you can probably add just a tad bit more to that, like maybe say something that you've learned, that you had fun learning by reading something or watching videos on that.
Mhm.
Just to expand on that a little bit. But I love your answer. That's very well done. But just expand on that second. Yeah, so be real specific on these journal prompts, you guys, so that way you can write a little bit more. Because if you tend to answer real generally, then it's not going to give you a lot of words to put out there. You know, I'm thankful for friends. That's a very general comment, but you can add to that, right? By, oh, I love this guy or this girl, and because we have this in our relationship, it's really fun and makes me feel good, and or whatever. But yeah, I need to get off the journal prompts because that's for the next film. I just happened to see your prompt up there when I was looking for the words, the definitions that were sent. And it's funny because I know Royce. I think it was Royce. Well, I can look at my.
What about me?
Oh yeah. Here's your. I'm just going to open up your words here. Your definition.
Only did 4.
Yeah. Oh, you got 4 done? Okay. So let me write that. Well, that's good though. I mean, I asked you to do 5, so that was pretty close. So Royce, you did 4. Okay, so if you're stuck on the words that you didn't do, well, we explained accessible. We went over that a lot in class. Do you know what that was?
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so you can use that example that we talked about.
You're talking
You
about
can
the
use
word.
I'm talking about accessible.
I know, you were talking about, you're using the rant from Laura Ruff as an example.
Yeah, exactly. You were listening. Awesome.
How could I?
So yeah, you can use that example, Royce. If you don't want to come up with something else, you can use that example for accessibility.
All right.
And okay, so the disability. Let me see what the answer was here, because some of these are going to be a little confusing to write on your own. Like I've said, let me see what this says here. That's number 4, right? Disability, a physical or mental impairment that limits one or more major life activities. So basically, in that disrupts your everyday life. That's it in a nutshell, right? So you can put that down. You can write, well, I don't know, you can simplify that in your own terms, but you can say anything that disrupts your everyday life, you know, or that makes your life difficult, right? Because it could be anything. It could be an illness, short-term illness, an injury. People get in car crashes, they'll break bones or whatever, and they're temporarily disabled, right? It doesn't have to be a car crash. I mean, it could be you fall down, you trip and fall over something and sprain something or break a bone or sprain your ankle. That's a temporary disability.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Okay, and then entitlement. Royce, you didn't answer that one. That is a right to benefits specified especially by law, a government program providing benefits to members of a specific group. A right to benefits. Well, you could just put a person's right to have benefits by law. Basically, that's what that is. And the rest of it is a government program. And then for those of you who don't have these answered too, you can follow along and you can do this too. I'm just going off of Royce's paper, what he didn't answer. So now let's see. You didn't do number 8. That one's a hard one. I mean, I don't see how we can word that in our own idea here, because it says the services to, and this is number 8, free appropriate public education. It says the services to which every person ages 3 to 21 who is receiving special education services is entitled during their years in school. That's a kind of a tough one to kind of think of how to paraphrase that, right? Clyde, can you think of another way to say that where it might be a little bit easier to?
What was the term again?
Free appropriate public education.
Free appropriate public education.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that just school?
Well, it's services to which every person ages 3 to 21 who is receiving special education services. Okay, so basically, let me think. Because it's not to adulthood, because adulthood would be from 18 up, right?
Yeah.
So this is age 3 to 21. So you can't say when you're a minor, because it goes past that. It goes up to 21. So services to which every person ages 3 to 21 is receiving special education services. Okay. People between the ages of 3 to 21 are entitled to services while they're in school. Right? Because if you are disabled in any way, you are entitled to have services while you're in school. And a lot of people are in school until 21. So. So you're able to.
You gotta think of something like that.
So I would write for myself, if I was going to say it in a different way. I'm going to write it down, then I'll read it to you. Do you guys know what entitled means?
Surprisingly, no.
Okay, entitled means, you know what? Let me look it up. I know what it means, but I want to give you guys the specific definition. So define entitled. Okay, so the Webster Dictionary, the original meaning. Entitled means like you have the right to something, like you're entitled to that I deserve that. That's how I would explain it, but let's give you the exact definition. Come on, phone. That's really weird. Usually my phone's pretty quick. It's like loading across it. There's a bar across my phone, and it's just like this much of it to load. I'll try the internet. I'll try the internet. I don't think this is going to come up in time. So, okay. Define entitled. Okay. See, it's entitled. Believing oneself to be inherently deserving of, well, that's a hard definition. What does entitlement mean? You have a legal right to something. You are entitled your mother's house when she passes away. That means it's written in her will. What's that?
I think it's another way of saying like you own something.
It's kind of like deserving it. It's kind of like deserving it. You know, like entitled means you have a legal right to something, right? So going back to the public education, it's people who are 3 to 21 are entitled, meaning they deserve to have special services in school, and they'll give you those services until you're 21, provided you're still in school. And that school would mean like Laurel Ruff right? Because that's a continuation school. You go there after high school. And usually people get out of high school anywhere from 17 years old to maybe 19 or almost 19. And then from there, if they go to school like Laurel Ruff, that's a continuing education, then they're still entitled to those services. But then after 21, then you guys are going to have to get those services that you're going to need on your own, right? And that's what this unit is teaching. And after the definitions are done, we're going to be working on, just a heads up, we're going to be working on agencies and finding agencies that's would help you specifically, right? Because what Ben might need might not be what Eleanor is going to need, right? So some of you may need more services when you get into the workforce. Devin, are you working like outside the house? Do you have a job?
No.
You do? What are you doing?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Okay, so I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the agency thing. Yeah, and we'll do that as a class, I think, because I don't want to give you that assignment and turn you loose, because some of you might not know how to get information from a website down on paper. Like, I'm going to have you guys do the find agency that's in Sacramento, and then look. One of the assignments is to look at the criteria, which means there's a list of disabilities that, or income level, like what your parents make, based on, they're going to base that on what services are available to you, right? I'm not sure, I've never looked into it, so, but we're going to do it here pretty quick. What? Oh, neither have you? Yeah. So that's why I think it's better to do it as a class, other than assigning like I did the terms. I just had you guys do them on your own and then bring them to class done. But that I think we're going to have to work on as a class, because I can also share my screen with you guys, and then we can you guys can do all the same agencies, but at least you guys will know later on how to do that on your own. Because if I share my screen and I help you guys look up the agencies and find out how to find what you're looking for, then you guys can do the second agency on your own, right? But I don't know if anyone has ever done that. But we'll do the first one as a class, and then the second one, I'll turn you guys loose, and unless you guys can't do it or it's too confusing. Well, I don't know. I think you guys will be okay. Okay. So it's 9:22. Do that what? 8 minutes off. Okay. Okay, good, Royce. I'm glad you were writing down definitions on there as we were talking about them. That's good. Okay, so that free appropriate one, number 8, you can put people who are 3 to 21 are entitled to services in school. Services.
Christy.
That's basically saying the same thing. So if you want to put that, so.
It was pretty similar.
Yeah, and the meaning is there. So if you understand that, and I'm sure you do. I mean, it's not a really complicated definition there.
What was the original one again?
People who are 3 to 21 are entitled to services in school. And I don't know another way to say entitled. So if you look on synonyms, I always have a hard time spelling that word. Yes, then no. Okay, synonyms. Okay. And then let's put entitlement. So maybe we can come up with another word that's easier to remember the definition for. So synonyms. And then let's put in entitled. T-I-T-L. Entitled. Okay, that's what comes up. If there's another word that makes more sense. Designate, baptize, no.
Huh?
Call, characterize, Kristen. Yeah. I don't know why it's on there. It's like, that's not entitlement. So, so there's subtitle, term, title, style, nickname? No. Denominate and dub. None of those makes any sense. Maybe if I just put in, and title. No, that's not a word. I don't know. That didn't come up with any good ones for me. Designate. No, that's even a harder one. Well, so you guys are just going to have to remember that entitlement means something that legally you'll get, right? So okay, so who else do I need to have here? Eleanor, can you share those words with me on Google Docs? You didn't turn them in, did you?
No.
Awesome. Okay, good. Okay, so where's my... Okay. Okay, so that's words. Drive. And then, so Eleanor, share those words with me. And then
Okay.
Let's see. Now remember, Royce, you're doing a good job getting that stuff done. And then Eleanor needs to share. I need to see. Well, I really wish I could. I know I could type in her name on the top, right? And let's see if that comes up. Eleanor. No, I don't have them. That's journal prompt, assessment tool, but I do not have.
Email.
Did you already send it? And then Tyler, did you share yours with me?
Yeah, apparently, I think it says you're the owner of it for some reason.
Maybe because I sent it to you guys originally, right?
Yeah.
Is that why? That's why. Okay, Eleanor, I'm going to wait for you. I'm going to put in Tyler's name here and see if this pops up. Oh, I figured it out, you guys. Okay, so on the top of your Google Docs, there's a search bar. And if I type your name, it shows everything that you guys shared with me. So now I figured out how to find your guys' stuff. And then copy of definitions, Tyler. So.
Good job, Yvonne.
Oh, this is going way back. No, that's not what I want.
Well, it's called Tyler Self-Advo Terminology 1 Fill-In Done RTF.
Okay, let me search again. Search. Yeah, because when I send you guys stuff and I make you a copy, I'll put your name first, and then whatever it is comes after. But I always put your names first.
I have email. I have Gmail.
Okay, Tyler, I was able to pull yours up here. I found it. Yay. Okay, good. Now I know how to find things more simply. So, Tyler, you did only one word, so I was trying to see the one you did.
Well, I actually filled in a bunch more right while we were talking.
Oh, sweet. But I don't see it on the one that I opened.
Well, that's weird.
So it says, are you on there now by chance?
Here, yeah, I am. I could give you the link in the Zoom meeting.
Okay, do that. Yeah, because sometimes I open up the wrong document. This is the first document I saw that said Tyler Self-Advo Terminology. So, okay, let's see. Chats. Hope I don't lose you guys. Okay. And awesome for getting on here as we're talking about this, Tyler, and working on it. That's awesome. I'm very proud of you for doing that. And that's what the
Yvonne?
forest guys.
You have like 1 more minute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Eleanor, did you say you share with me too?
I have email and I have journal prompt.
I think you already turned that journal prompt in, but if you found a way to share that with me on Google Docs, that'd be great. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna let you go. And so today's Tuesday, so I won't be able to see you guys this week. Text me if you have any questions, and I'm gonna expect these words done by the end of school, which is 12:30 tomorrow. Okay, and you guys are really hitting it hard right now, so I have no worry about you guys being able to get it done on time. So we'll check them tomorrow, and then after I check them, then you can turn them into Sherry. I'll make a note on your page, or text you to turn them into Sherry. Okay.
Okay.
And the next one is the journal prompt. So thank you guys for working so hard. Okay, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay.
All right.
Have a good week, everybody.
Alright. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.